Welcome to Pinoy Guard. Today, we bring you a compelling story about a ship with a fascinating history, the MV Amazing Grace. Originally built for the U.S. Navy, then sold to the Philippine Red Cross, this unique vessel has now been transferred to the Philippine Coast Guard. What makes this ship special? Why was it handed over? And what does its future hold for maritime security and disaster response in the Philippines? Stay with us as we unravel the full story behind MV Amazing Grace. On January 30, 2025, a significant event took place in the maritime domain of the Philippines. In a formal turnover ceremony, the Philippine Red Cross, PRC, officially handed over the multi-purpose vessel MV Amazing Grace to the Philippine Coast Guard, PCG. The ceremony was led by PRC Chairman and former Senator Richard Gordon, alongside PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Gilgavan. This marks a new chapter for a ship that has already seen a remarkable journey, from an experimental U.S. military vessel to a humanitarian asset, and now, potentially, a crucial addition to the fleet. But what makes this ship different from the others? Let's dive deeper. The MV Amazing Grace has a rather unusual origin. It was initially designed as an experimental landing craft for the U.S. Navy, incorporating an innovative small waterplane area twin-hull (SWATH) design. This technology, combined with its ability to function in a barge mode by lifting or lowering its center deck, made it a highly versatile vessel. Originally named MV Sustina, the ship was intended for dual use as a ferry in Alaska. However, this plan never materialized due to several factors, including high maintenance costs and environmental concerns. With no clear role in the U.S., the vessel was put up for sale. In 2015, the Philippine Red Cross acquired the vessel for $1.75 million. The PRC, under the leadership of Richard Gordon, saw its potential as a humanitarian asset, particularly for disaster response. The ship was renamed MV Amazing Grace and became the first humanitarian vessel in the country capable of transporting large amounts of relief goods, vehicles, and personnel to disaster-stricken areas. However, the operational challenges soon became evident. The PRC, despite its best intentions, struggled to maintain the vessel. The COVID-19 pandemic further drained the organization's financial resources, making it difficult to sustain the ship's operational costs. As a result, the MV Amazing Grace was rarely utilized, prompting discussions on transferring the vessel to an agency that could maximize its potential. The decision to transfer the MV Amazing Grace to the Philippine Coast Guard is a logical and strategic move. The PCG, unlike the PRC, has the infrastructure, funding, and operational capability to maintain and utilize such a vessel effectively. The PCG has been rapidly expanding in recent years, acquiring new patrol vessels and enhancing its maritime security and humanitarian response capabilities. With tensions in the West Philippine Sea and the increasing frequency of natural disasters, the need for multi-purpose vessels like the MV Amazing Grace has never been more pressing. Under the Philippine Coast Guard, the MV Amazing Grace could serve multiple roles. 1. Maritime Search and Rescue, SAR. With its high speed and stability due to the SWATH design, the vessel can be a valuable asset in search and rescue operations, particularly during typhoons and maritime accidents. 2. Disaster Relief and Humanitarian Assistance. The ship's ability to carry large amounts of supplies makes it ideal for rapid deployment during natural disasters, similar to its intended role under the PRC. 3. Maritime Law Enforcement and Security. While not a combat vessel, the MV Amazing Grace could assist in patrolling Philippine waters, particularly in logistical support roles for the operations in the West Philippine Sea. 4. Rapid Inter-Island Transport. The ship was previously considered for acquisition by the Philippine Navy due to its relatively high speed compared to traditional logistics vessels. Under the PCG, it could fulfill a similar function, providing a faster means of transporting personnel and supplies between islands. Now that the ship is under the PCG, a key question arises: will it retain its name, or will it be rebranded? Some maritime observers speculate that the ship may be renamed BRP Amazing Grace, following the Philippine Navy and Coast Guard's tradition of using BRP, Barco ng Republica ng Pilipinas, for commissioned vessels. Regardless of its name, the vessel's new role under the PCG represents a second chance for it to fulfill its intended purpose, serving the Filipino people, whether in times of crisis or in maintaining maritime security. The journey of the MV Amazing Grace is a story of transformation. From an experimental U.S. military ship to a humanitarian asset, and now, a potential game-changer for the Philippine Coast Guard, this vessel embodies resilience and adaptability. Its transfer to the PCG is a smart move, ensuring that its capabilities are put to good use in a way that benefits the nation. Moving forward, we will keep an eye on how the PCG integrates this vessel into its fleet and what role it will play in the country's evolving maritime strategy. What do you think about this development? Should the PCG invest in more vessels like the MV Amazing Grace? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest defense and security topics. This is Pinoy Guard, bringing you expert analysis and in-depth discussions on the Philippines' military and maritime affairs. See you in the next video.